Hi, I'm Craig Bolerjack here at Mountain Land Supply Company, and I am off to visit a blue-collar hero. First responders, you think sometimes will be the EMT, the firefighters, or the police, but this first responder sometimes goes unnoticed, but we're gonna meet him today.
I came from the mud, there's dirt on my hands. Strong like a tree, there's roots where I stand. Try to catch me howling at the moon. 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 When it rains, it pours. Water's up to my chin. Won't stop fighting to the very end.
Well, I'm hanging out with one of our heroes, unsung heroes, TJ Aston. And TJ, we're standing on a repair job that you did not long ago. Tell me when the call came in, what you saw when you and your crew arrived.
So we got the call about 3 o'clock, and all the cracks in the road, it was just bubbling up, kind of looked like the fountain at the Bellagio.
At Bellagio, okay.
And you just know that you got main broke. You got that amount of water coming up. You got 3 feet of water coming out of the cracks.
So what did the neighbors, did you have to calm them down a little bit too? Is that part of probably the job to explain what's happened and what you plan to do?
Yeah, they were all concerned trying to get their cars out. They were worried trying to, if they could get out. They thought the amount of water coming out of the cracks, they were concerned that there was going to be a giant sinkhole. So we initially got the water turned down to a manageable point, and they started to settle down, and luckily they were very cooperative and kept their vehicles away.
That's a big help. It's obviously a big help. Okay, so once you see the problem, you have to kind of dissect what's going to have to be done, what happened, and how you're going to fix this. So take me through that process, and it doesn't happen in a half hour's time. This is a long process.
Right, so when we initially showed up, most of the water was coming out down the street by the manhole, so that's where we initially thought the break was. So we did a bunch of diagnostics, using listening tools and everything, trying to pinpoint, because we wanted to get right on top of it because we knew we had snow coming. So we took about an hour to pinpoint exactly where the water was coming out, and it was about right here where
we're standing
on it.
Glad to know it's fixed.
So it's, yeah. There's a lot of guesswork in it. I mean, you can only do so much when you got water pipes.
So
5-6 feet in
you
the
bring in
ground.
a crew of how many? And you also got to have obviously a backhoe to make this thing, to dig in and find out what's going on.
Yeah, so we brought down 5 of our guys, and we got a backhoe and a back truck. So we come cut out what we thought we were and got the backhoe to scrape off the asphalt, and luckily Blue Stakes was still in town, so we got a hold of them emergency. They came, make sure all of our utilities were out of our way. Luckily, because just a few feet below we got a main power crossing, so I'm glad we were far from that.
Yeah.
All the gas. So
another concern you have to be aware of. So when you got in, what did you find out and how did you fix it?
So it took a long time to get down to it because the amount of water, it disrupted a lot of the subsurface. They washed all the bedding out, so we had to just dig, a lot of hand digging, a lot of vacuuming, until we come down to the problem, so we actually isolate what was going on. That's when we found out it was a service lateral that come disconnected, and then the water eventually eroded away the main, so we had to cut and replace out a 3-foot section.
Makes you feel good to finish a job, doesn't it?
Oh yeah.
Has to.
Oh yeah.
So you start at 3 in the afternoon, and what time did you get finished and make the patch and everything's good?
So we restored service and got all the residents back into water about 11 p.m. that night. during the excavation, we ended
Wow.
up damaging another utility of our own, our secondary irrigation. So we came back the next day, repaired that. By the time that was done, it was Wednesday, the third day, we finally got it all backfilled, compacted, and threw some asphalt in there to prepare for the weekend storms.
And you go just like that, ready and repaired. So let me get this straight. You worked a full day. You come here and work overtime until 11 o'clock at night. The snow comes, and you also clear roads here.
Yeah.
So is this just a day in the life of TJ?
Oh, yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, even during we had an extra guy holding lights for us, and we got the call because it was actually snowing that night, and he actually went and got a plow truck and started plowing while we were buttoning up the rest of the water and getting people restored. So we actually broke some guys away to go clear roads while we were out here in the middle. So
Wow. Well, from me to you, our many thanks, and I hope you understand, as everyone's comfortable in their homes, you are an unsung hero, and we thank you for that.
I appreciate it.
All right, that's TJ Aston, ladies and gentlemen. What he does for this community, unbridled, and we thank him. This is Craig Bolerjack. Until next time, thanks for watching as we honor everyday heroes who enrich our community.